Have you ever trusted someone because they worshipped beside you? What if that trust costs you everything? In this video, I'll show you exactly how scammers use your faith, your community, your identity to steal your life savings, and the 5 protection principles that work regardless of who you are. But first, this €8 million religious crypto scam had one detail that makes it different from every other fraud I've covered. Stay with me and I reveal what even the victims didn't see coming. This is the final case in the Belgian Crypto Fraud Files. We've exposed law firms, social networks, and celebrities. But this wasn't about what people know. It was about who they are. Content warning. This discusses fraud targeting a religious community. It's told with respect for victims who did nothing wrong except trust people who shared their values. Here's my question for you. How much more do you trust someone from your own community? Your answer is exactly what scammers are counting on. Quick context you need. Faith-based investing follows religious principles. No interest, no speculation, no investments in alcohol or gambling. Within certain faith traditions, it's not optional, it's required. That made it the perfect target. Here's what scammers understood. The faith-based investment market is growing but niche. Fewer oversight mechanisms, fewer experts to verify claims, and a community culture that values personal recommendations. And here's the trap. When someone claims an investment is religiously compliant, questioning it can feel like questioning their faith or your own. Right now, ask yourself, could you verify if an investment is actually faith compliant? If you hesitated, you're vulnerable. And I'm about to show you the test that could have saved these victims millions. But the seminar strategy I'm about to show you at minute 3, that's what made this truly devastating. Brussels 2023. A group of individuals, some from within the religious community, some posing as converts, began promoting cryptocurrency opportunities at houses of worship, community centers, and cultural events. The pitch. Finally, cryptocurrency that's faith compliant. Missed Bitcoin? This is your second chance. Profit sharing, not interest based. Endorsed by religious scholars. That last part, completely false. They used correct religious finance terminology. They quoted faith based principles. They presented documents that looked like religious compliance certificates. To someone without specialized knowledge, it seemed authentic. But here's what made this work. They didn't just pitch, they attended worship services regularly. They participated in cultural events. They built relationships over months. By the time they asked for money, they weren't strangers. They were friends who worshipped beside you. Red flag. Number 1, religious or cultural identity used as credibility. Shared faith doesn't equal financial expertise. Religious compliance requires verification from independent scholars, not the person selling the investment. And now, the seminar trap that locked victims in. The scammer's most effective tactic: free financial literacy seminars at community centers. These seemed educational, and that made them devastating. Watch how this worked. First 30 minutes, legitimate information about faith based finance and cryptocurrency basics. This built credibility. Next 15 minutes, the gap. Most crypto isn't faith compliant. Finding religiously compliant opportunities is nearly impossible. Creating need. Next 15 minutes, the solution. Introducing our faith based cryptocurrency platform. Technical details, success testimonials from early investors. Final 10 minutes, the ask, limited spots, priority access for attendees, peer pressure through public commitment. Notice the structure. Genuine education first makes you trust them. Then they identify a problem you didn't know you had. Then they have the solution. Sales funnel psychology dressed as community service. The pressure tactics. Everyone from the community is investing. Don't let your family miss this. This is finally faith compliant. Don't you want your investments to align with your values? Friend, trust me. They made skepticism feel like betrayal. Questioning the investment meant questioning your friend, your community, your faith. Red flag number 2, educational events that end with sales pitches. Genuine financial education teaches you to think critically. Sales funnels teach you to trust the instructor. If a workshop ends with an investment opportunity, it was never education. It was marketing. Wait until you see the Ponzi mechanics I'm about to show you. It's simpler than you think. Quiz question. Before we continue, quick test. What makes faith investment fraud particularly effective? A. The promise of high returns. B. Using religious identity to bypass skepticism. C. Targeting wealthy individuals. D. Complex financial products. If you got that right, you're already ahead of 90% of victims. Strip away the religious terminology, and you're left with a textbook Ponzi scheme. The faith framing was window dressing. Here's what they promised: profit sharing arrangements, asset backed investments, transparent, faith compliant operations. Here's the reality: early investor returns paid from new investor deposits, no actual asset backing, zero faith compliance verification, operators pocketing 60% or more. They claimed investments were backed by religious businesses and real estate. In reality, there were no investments, just a redistribution system paying early participants with later participants' money. The warning signs: withdrawal delays blamed on processing, bonus structures for recruiting new investors, no independent audits despite promises, vague answers about specific investments. By early 2025, the scheme collapsed. Withdrawal requests exceeded new deposits, operators went silent, victims realized their money was gone. Red flag number 3: guaranteed returns framed as profit sharing. True religious profit sharing means you share in both profits and losses. If returns are guaranteed, it's not faith compliant, it's interest with different terminology. And now, the victim testimonial at 6:45 that shows why this matters to everyone watching. What you're about to read is hard, but these anonymous victims agreed to share because they want to prevent what happened to you. Read this carefully. I convinced my elderly parents to invest their retirement. They trusted me because they trusted the community. I'll never forgive myself. We used to gather for community events. Now half the families don't speak to each other. I questioned it early and was told I lacked faith. Now I wish I'd been louder. This wasn't just individual losses, entire social networks fractured. People who recruited friends felt crushing guilt. Those who lost money felt betrayed by their own community. For the victims, this was a double betrayal. Their money was stolen and their faith was weaponized. Yes. Question. Quick test. Why do community-based fraud schemes cause double harm? A. Financial loss plus damaged trust relationships. B. Higher monetary losses. C. Government penalties. D. Public embarrassment. Brussels police launched an investigation in early 2025. Multiple suspects identified, cross-border financial tracking underway, asset recovery in early stages. But the obstacles are significant. Some victims won't report due to shame or language barriers. Funds moved quickly through crypto wallets. International jurisdictions complicate prosecution. 4 cases, 4 different tactics. One universal truth: the most effective scams don't fight our psychology. They exploit what makes us human: our trust in institutions, our need for community, our admiration for success, our commitment to our values. 132 million euros stolen, over 223,000 victims combined. Law firms, social networks, celebrities, faith leaders, all weaponized for fraud. But every single scam had visible warning signs that could have been caught. This scam targeted a specific community, but the lessons apply universally, whether you're part of any faith tradition or secular. Here's how to protect yourself when scammers weaponize identity. 5 protection principles. Principle 1: verify independently. For faith investments, verify compliance with independent scholars, not the seller. For any faith based investment, get third party religious authority verification. Principle 2: separate identity from due diligence. Shared religion, ethnicity, or culture doesn't replace financial vetting. Ask the same questions you'd ask any stranger, because financially that's what they are until proven otherwise. Principle 3: question authority. If someone uses religious authority to discourage questions, That's manipulation, not faith. Genuine religious principles encourage wisdom and caution. Principle 4, test withdrawals. Before large investments, invest small and immediately withdraw. If you can access your money instantly, don't invest more. Principle 5, seek external counsel. Discuss opportunities with people outside the community promoting it. Fresh perspective breaks the echo chamber. Quick recap. Red flag 1, religious or cultural identity used as credibility. Red flag 2, educational events that end with sales pitches. Red flag 3, guaranteed returns framed as profit sharing. Important note, legitimate religious investment products exist and serve a real need. This scam doesn't discredit faith finance, it discredits criminals who abuse it. Always verify with recognized faith scholars and established faith based financial institutions. Remember when I asked how much more you trust someone from your community? The answer doesn't matter. What matters is that you now know trust isn't verification. You're not helpless. You're not naive for trusting. You're human. But now you're an educated human who knows the tactics, recognizes the red flags, and asks the right questions. If this series helped you, share it in the next 24 hours with 3 people who trust their community. One of them might be next. Subscribe for more fraud investigations. Because awareness is the only defense against financial predators. Free crypto fraud detection checklist in the description. Every red flag from this entire series in one single video. Share it, use it. Final question. Which of these 4 cases shocked you most? Drop 1 for the law firm, 2 for Vitae, 3 for the pro cyclist, or 4 for the religious scam. I'm genuinely curious what resonates. Reporting resources. In Belgium, contact FSMA. In Switzerland, FINMA. EU-wide, Europol fraud hotline. Internationally, check your local financial authorities. The religious community in Brussels is rebuilding. Victim support groups have formed. Trust is being restored slowly because communities are resilient and education is powerful. Thank you for watching the Belgian Crypto Fraud Files. Hope you got some real value out of it. And if so, please share with others. Like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be informed on the next video. For now, stay informed, stay safe, and we see you in the next one.